Hello.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Evan.
I'm Haley. Nice to meet you too.
I'll be your counselor today.
Perfect.
So before we get started, I'll first say that anything that you tell me will remain confidential, unless of course it has to do with either harm coming to yourself or another, or it has something to do with child welfare or some kind of a harm coming to a child.
Okay. Yep.
Okay? So what brings you to me today?
I'm having a bit of a dilemma. I'm a little bit embarrassed to even be here for this, but about a month ago, well, I guess I'll start even back further than this. Me and my boyfriend have been together for just over a year. We live together, and we pretty serious. And a little bit, over a month ago, I cheated on him.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess my dilemma is I don't know whether the harm that I bring to him through telling him would be worse than not telling him at all. I'm just trying to deal with kind of the what should I do, where should I go. I know what I did, and I don't know what to do with it now.
Okay. Well, it sounded like that was pretty difficult for you to get out.
Yeah,
it's
definitely something that I'm not proud of. He's an amazing boyfriend, and it was like a one night. It wasn't an ongoing kind of, plan set up kind of thing. It was a one night mistake, and I know that it would break his heart. I feel like I could hurt him more if he knew than if I just kind of bury this one and just vow to myself that I never do it again.
Right.
And we're just so in bed. Like, he's a part of my family. I'm a part of his. We live together. I don't know. We have the same group of friends. Like, our lives are like this now. And I know, I think in telling him then that also I'm the bad guy, and his family, I lose any respect that I had from them, from my own family, from my own friends. I myself, I'm not proud of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gotten myself, I'm not denying, I know what I did. I'm having a really tough time right now, to the point where it's like I'm anxious all day. Like, I feel sick to my stomach. Sometimes I'm having a hard time sleeping at night. And I know that if I don't kind of make a decision and am okay with that decision, it's just going to keep affecting the way that, and it's even started to affect my relationship with him. Like, sometimes I just get really quiet when it's just the two of us together. So I don't know. I just need to make a decision. I need to be okay with it. I just don't know what that decision is.
Okay.
I haven't come to that yet.
So it sounds like you made this mistake.
Yeah.
And now you're kind of weighing the pros and the cons of either telling him.
Yeah.
And whether that will affect him worse than whether you were to not tell him.
Yeah, I know that's a pretty terrible thing to say, but I almost think that in him not knowing, it almost protects him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if I were to tell him, I know without a doubt he would be heartbroken.
Mm-hmm.
Shattered. So, and it's kind of a backwards way of protecting him, and I suppose probably protecting myself from all the backlash that would come from it as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm maybe getting those two things confused. Am I really trying to protect him, or am I trying to protect myself, I guess, now that I think about it.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're clearly very invested in him and protecting his emotions.
Yeah, for sure. The last thing I wanted to do was hurt him.
And now that you've made what you said was a mistake,
Yeah.
you are seeking out a way of reconciling all of this without or with hurting him the least possible. Is that kind of what your goal is here?
Yeah, hurt him the least. I mean, but in a way, the damage has already been done. But I guess also is I don't want things to end with him either.
Mm-hmm.
And I fear that if I tell him the truth,
Mm-hmm.
then I don't know if he would be at a point where we could, maybe get to couples counseling or something, or if he would just kind of cut me off. You've done this really terrible thing, and I don't want you in my life.
Right.
So I guess I'm also afraid of that outcome as well. Like, I'd be willing to own up to it, but I think that maybe even if I did own up to it, then that means for me, my happiness is over as well.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have that relationship with him anymore.
Okay. So not only are you very invested in protecting his feelings, but you're also thinking about protecting the relationship and maintaining that.
Yeah, and my feelings too. Like, yeah, all three. Him on his own, me on my own, and us as a couple, for sure, are the three things that, like, trying to weigh, like, the benefits of telling him, is that good for him, is it good for me, is it good for us?
Mm-hmm.
And I just keep tossing and turning in between the two.
Mm-hmm. So it's kind of an ethical dilemma.
For sure, yeah.
So you mentioned couples counseling. Do you think that he'd be open to that?
I don't know. Like, nothing like this has ever happened before, and honestly, we've got in minor, not even, I don't even know if I would call them arguments, but, like, just keeping each other honest,
Mm-hmm.
So nothing like that, like, this would be a big test for us, for sure. I would hope he would be open to couples counseling, but then I just think that if it was he who did that to me, I don't know if I would be open to it. So I feel
Mm-hmm.
like I'm putting him in an unfair position by even asking him to consider staying with me after this.
Right.
It's just, I'm messed up really, really bad.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you think that your goal in this is to maintain the relationship, or is it more to decide what is the best route ethically? Or is it
I
something
want
else?
it's almost something in between. I get what you're saying, like, to ethically do the right thing, or is my goal to just stay with him, even if that perhaps means not doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think my goal, I want to stay with him,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, I'm scared that if I don't tell him, this will just be something that eats away at me
Mm-hmm.
for the duration of this relationship. And, like, we were thinking, like, really long term, so I'm afraid that if I just kind of bury this, it's gonna come out later.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I'd be able to live with myself. So I guess, I don't know, the more that I'm just even talking about it here with you, I think maybe short term I see gains in not telling him.
Mm-hmm.
But if my goal is to stay with him, which it would be, I think I need to tell him and then hope that we can work on things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I think if me being in this relationship long term, I don't think I would be able to live with myself if I didn't tell him. even though I know telling him would hurt him.
Right. So that sound means that our time is up today.
Okay.
But just to recap what we've already talked about, you've come in, you feel like you've made a mistake in your relationship, you're looking to kind of reconcile this in a way that is going to hurt your partner the least possible,
Yeah.
and it seems like you've kind of made a gain there in
Yeah.
deciding that maybe short term it would be good for the relationship to not say anything, but long term it might be
Too
a
tough,
better
yeah.
option. Yeah, it might be a better option to say something.
Mm-hmm.
So in the meantime, until we meet again, maybe these are some things you can think about,
Okay.
and we can pick up where we left off.
Okay, that'd be really great.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.